As you can probably tell, I'm back on Christine, grinding out all of this nasty oxidised steel. And there's been a fair bit of it so far, and I haven't even started with this yet. I should probably be wearing some speckles for doing such a job, because something's bound to end up sticking in my eyeball. Not sure who I look like now. Is it Bono or Ronnie Cray? Well, I would say this is a significant hole. Obviously, there's not much more I can do with this now until I can get the chaps next door, or one of the chaps next door, to do the welding. And I don't really know when that will be. It's a bit of a strange day, this one. A little bit like the weather. It can't make its mind up whether it's sunny or whether it's about to chuck it down. It's doing bits of both. Remember that mad Mick man? That mad Mick Ford engineering madness. He's on his way here, or at least he should be. So there are these two items to deal with for that particular chap. And then these shelves are going to be moved out of the way to make room for a nice big bench. The stench of bench. Sniff my bench. You know what it is, don't you? It's a workbench. It's a 7-foot long workbench that would double up as a bed should I get sleepy. And sometimes I do. But not at the moment. Eggs. What I've yet to decide though is how I utilise this space, because there's space underneath for storing boxes, there's space in the middle for storing boxes, and once you start storing things on top, it's no longer a workbench. I did spend quite a whole day tidying up in here. Now I've got these two shelves. What am I going to do with these? At least this tall one here, which is over 6 foot, is going to go on there. That's perfect. I'm going to have so much more space because of having more things. I know I am, because that's how it works. And as you can see here, there's still room for me to lie down when I fancy a kip. I don't ever mention that Mick from Mad Ford Engineering is turning up for a gearbox and a tailgate, but here he is. So that's what we call Mad Ford in a Land Rover with a winch and all the bits on it. Look at it. It's actually quite huge. Look at that. How tall is that? Must be knocking on for 8 foot, I would have thought. It's impressive. I like it. Mick's turned up to have a brew basically and to admire my bench, haven't you, mate?
I have.
Look at all this gear here. Look at that, that's fantastic. He's
check this out. Check that out.
What's that about?
The lights, so when we're out and about.
So you can see what you're doing while you're having a cup of coffee in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Yes. And he has cameras pretty much everywhere. He's a man who likes to be seen, aren't you, Mick?
Absolutely. I'm a man that likes to be seen. That's why I wear lots of camouflage.
I mean, the way that vehicle looks and you standing in front of it, if you was in America, I'd be a bit worried about you. I'd be thinking you were going to shoot me next.
Well, no.
Now Mick is making himself a cup of coffee and a cup of tea.
Yes.
With this kettle here. And I have told him that I have got a kettle in there, an electric kettle that takes 30 seconds to boil.
Yeah.
But he's insisting that this is a better way of doing it.
Better option.
But why is it actually better?
Because I bought it, so I want to use it.
Some sort of present, and he's used the best of his imagination and bought me some beer. He bought me 2 beers, he's bought me 3 beers, he's bought me 4, he's bought me 6 beers. So let's put them all down in here, shall we? And you workbench.
I'm hoping you've never tried these ones before.
I don't recognise any of these. Actually.
Staffordshire Specials.
Are you a connoisseur of the beer?
Guinness is my forte.
There's about one of each actually as well.
I have.
How lovely of you. What a super duper chat.
You're welcome.
Isn't it fun how predictable and easy I am to please?
Yes.
Keep buying me beer.
Don't knock it. Just drinking it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
See ya. Look, spring is here. Lovely weather. It's just lovely. It's so lovely. I love it. Doggy number 12. My reaction to the acceleration of the 416 GTI. Well, what a disappointment. Not the acceleration of this car. But I've just seen a fine frost Rover 25 coming the other way, made eye contact with the man, and I waved, and he did this. That's it. That's it. That was his expression. Shall I do that again? And then, just then, as I was complaining about the way the other Rover 25 driver didn't react at all, along came a ZL who did wave, because I know him. Just got to file off a couple of rough edges from where I did some angle grinding before. Should I do a review on this? That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Right, that's it for me today. It's gone dark and it's past 6 o'clock. It's almost 6 o'clock and I'm going home. And I'm sure that if you've been paying attention, you'll be wondering what's going on. Lots of unanswered questions in this particular episode of The Dog's Diary. You know, it's been a while since I've gone home in the dark. Maybe a week, maybe a few days, I'm not really sure. It makes it feel like it's winter again. I don't want it to be winter. Oh, by the way, when Mick was about before, he was asking me where I get all this organ music from, and it's not really occurred to me that you might not know all that music in these videos is all made by me on a £30 keyboard. So there we go. There's an answer to a question that you wasn't asking.